Hello, all you fine people. It's good to be back. It's good to be here with you. This is Silver-Quill welcoming you to a Fulfillment Friday, the first in a little bit, because it's been a busy time. But I'm here now and glad to have you all here with me. So just making sure everything is behaving itself on the YouTubes and the Twitch. Twitch. There we go. Glad everything's a-okay. Because otherwise I'd have to go through the whole stream setup again, and, well, past history has shown how bad I am at that. But it's good to see folks, so let's say some hellos to Komotra Steel, Jetstorm 91, Battlecross, and Adam Leisman, who came up with an excellent Silver-Quill, you questing quail. I'll see if I can't use that in the future. Gaiety and Crafty Gamer 1000. Hello to all of you. Glad to have you here. We give him just a sec because the Lunar Brony is saying hello. And I'm just curious, checking on Twitch because I've been out of it, and when I'm out of it, it's hard to know if I've set everything up right. All right, but the chat room has nada so far. Whoop. Actually, a Cherry Fluff Belly Official has just signed in. As has MLP Trinary. Good to see you. Was good seeing you at Ponyville Ciderfest. And hello, Anime Fan 9000. DigiSketch, Nathan Duazo, and Johnny Doe. You currently work, a veterinary receptionist. Well, glad for that. I appreciate you being there for all the people and their beloved pets. Because, boy, howdy, I know from experience how much it affects someone when their pet is in distress. They are family members. I don't care what anyone else says. But what's this? Someone feels unseen? Swordbreaker 12. I'm sorry if I missed you. Oh, curses, I did miss you and Paw Patrol Fan 95. Constance Morrow. And apologies, everybody. Sometimes the chat just sort of puts everything at once and people get thrust to the top before I can see them. And hello, Lexcraft Info Plus. Is good times? Marvelous. And Crash Bandicoot Edward. It's strange, though. So many of names now of people I recognize, but at the same time, you have all these extra numbers. You think something has changed with either YouTube or Twitch and Restream for saying everybody's name. Oh, good saying, Trinary. Pets aren't our whole lives, but they make our lives whole. Paw Patrol Fan wants to know, which characters do I have as plushies? Also, Cosmet Inspira. All right, so I've got the main 6 as plushies. The blue Pegasus colt from BabsCon. Princess Luna in all her Equestria plushie glory. And a Silver-Quill and Clutterstep plushies. But golly gosh, it's just not complete. I mean, what is Luna without a Celestia? And what of the Cutie Mark Crusaders? There are just so many good characters, I can't keep up. Hello, Amatane Lumity. Oh, Anime Fan. Funny enough, I've been seeing this argument online more recently. Do I like Transformers Prime or just G1? I like them both for different reasons. G1 was my first Transformers. It made me interested and love the series. So, of course, it will always have a special place in my heart. But I can fully acknowledge, without the rose-tinted glasses of nostalgia, that Prime offers better characterization, a serialized story, and character development. Ergo, I think that it took the strengths of G1, lore and dynamics and strong characters, and it evolved with them. When I say that I've seen arguments recently, I've just seen some comics online where It's like they're doing a compare and contrast between G1 and Prime, and they're trying to say how much better G1 was, including comparing Miku and Carly. Wait, is it Miku? I suddenly feel like I'm saying Hatsune Miku. But either way. Oh, and the Fox Raven is actually Digisketch. Yes, the names are throwing me off tonight. But where was I? Miko, that's it, Miko. So she's being portrayed as this annoying anime weeaboo, whatever. And Carly's, an MIT graduate. And that's not fair. Miko had great growth throughout the series. Now, Carly was sort of in the background. Unfortunately, other than being Spike's girlfriend and later his wife and mother to Daniel, what else can you say about her? The cartoon was not kind to her as it's a boys' cartoon, and so girls don't get the same treatment or development. It's not fair, but that was the 80s for you. So I totally get why people love Transformers Prime and see it as superior to G1, but I will point this out in almost every single show that has a contemporary in either the 90s or 2000s. The strengths of the new built on the foundation of the old. They're not mutually exclusive. Giant Harry does not even remember Carly. That is what a poor impact she made. And Lex Crafton Info Plus, maybe AFK accommodating for a few minutes. Got it. The role of the older sibling is, of course, to be a third parent. I'm grateful to my brother who served in that capacity as well, but it's often a thankless job. Jack and RC shipping couple. Where is Sweetie when you... Wait a minute. Anime fan, Jack and RC? Oh, right. Prime. Feel a bit silly. I kind of forgot the characters there for half a sec. All right, let's see here. I'm currently doing several thingamabobs. I am working on getting more footage because I tried beforehand. Yeah. Well, this might take a minute on a few things, but I've got conversions going of various movies to a more edit-friendly environment. So, let's get into it, shall we? Behold my bugbear. Gathering footage for this video about live-action MLP has been quite the frustration. Oh, and I need to turn on the good old audio so you guys can hear it. At username deals a new rollout with YouTube. Well, Jetstorm, I appreciate you checking, but I feel a bit frustrated because I know people by one set of names, I'm this far into it, and now suddenly YouTube is like, we're going to change things just because. It's like, how about you guys do something to, I don't know, combat the use of AI in videos? Now then, Ciderfest Vampire, it was a wonderful time. It was great to see people and to catch up, to be a part of great panels, and I gained some insights on my vending. I'd been going minimalist for a while, but one critique I received is your displays need to be at eye level. People do not like looking down. And if you want to catch someone's attention, you darn well better have, something higher up. Johnny Doe, I do like Stargate. I never really got into the TV series as much. But when I think that it was James Spader, probably one of the earliest encounters I had with him, and I love him in Boston Legal, and need to watch him on the Blacklist. I really enjoy Stargate, and the clips I saw of the SG-1 series were pretty darn awesome.
O-line. Few were able to garner such a following. The corporations thought they could make some extra money by producing a live-action adaptation. For a time, there were only a few that came to mind. At one end of
by producing a live-action adaptation. Now, live-action adaptation that it... Who do I have here? Who do I have? Avatar, nope. Dumbo, G.I. Joe. Yeah, let's get a little G.I. Joe. Let's get a little G.I. Joe up in here. Now, what's a G.I. Joe's clip that doesn't... Oh, man, I guess that's the question. What's a quintessential G.I. Joe? Come on. Show me Snake Eyes. There's nothing more G.I. Joe than Snake Eyes. Yes, moving on. Oh, hello. Okay, that was clearly not Snake Eyes. There's a 3D G.I. Joe movie. Yes, you are correct. I've seen 2 3D G.I. Joe movies. Numa True Home. But we're going for live action here. There we go. There's Storm Shadow. He's Snake Eyes. Either Snake Eyes or Spirit are never far away from Storm Shadow. Yeah, I'm guessing Cobra Healthcare does not cover that.
By producing a live-action adaptation. Make some extra money by producing a live-action adaptation.
Ooh, he died.
For a time, there are only a few that came to mind.
All right. There are only a few that came to mind. It's kind of funny that I can't use Ghostbusters because that was a movie first and a cartoon second. Adam Leisman, yes. Knowing is half the battle. The other half is violence. Oh, someone's birthday. Best Nate, happy birthday to you. Glad to hear it's a day for celebration, and I wish you a wonderful trip around the sun. Alrighty, fair. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, no, I'm about to get into that, so not so much. Avatar: Last Airbender, Kenner Masked. Yeah, there really weren't a lot of live-action shows based on cartoons for a time. How about Street Fighter? Let's get the contact.
On so many cartoons I watched when I was a kid. While many strove to reach that 65-episode syndication goal line, few were able to garner such a following that corporations thought they could make some extra money by producing a live-action adaptation.
Well, I guess I got no choice but to go back to Transformers. Transformers. Just so not okay with that. Yeah, chaos, destruction, yada yada.
I'm coming for you.
There are only a few that came to mind. At one end of the spectrum was the ludicrous and campy Masters of the Universe movie. Then there was the pièce de résistance that was the first live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Still got to work on the audio for that guy. What's going on with this? Modify. Where's the modify? Audio channels? Very well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Modify audio channels. Oh, wait. Let's try that. Better, but, well, it just doesn't sound quite right, does it? I might have to do another clip on that. Oh, well.
And then they tried to adapt Super Mario Brothers.
Let's see. Super Mario Brothers. I know I just got that in here. Super Mario, where are you? Oh, dear. Dear. There we go. Whoop. I know I have it. Excuse me a moment, everybody. Slight moment of confusion. Super? De duper? Maybe it's in downloads. Okay, yes, but I've got to convert it. Oh, so frustrating. Who's taking a trip? Keep practicing. That's right, Bralcross. Hello, Kibet Grin Buku. That's the other thing I don't like about YouTube's new naming conventions. All your names are mushed together. Enderpup, you're doing a family trip for Thanksgiving? Well, I wish you safe travels, and we'll see if someone can keep track of the times I say, let's see here. I've done it at least once.
And I think it speaks to the closed nature of the cartoon live-action cycle that Michael Bay got his CG-stained hands on the Ninja Turtles franchise. And we're waiting to see how a new live-action He-Man will turn out. In between these brackets, the early 2000s added a live-action G.I. Joe.
Oh, and a kung fu.
You know what? No, I'm going to keep that. I'll tell you the truth. One of my favorite toys of G.I. Joe when I was growing up was just the covered APC troop transport. I believe that's what it was called. I mean, it was quintessential military. It wasn't as sci-fi as G.I. Joe would get. I like G.I. Joe when it's more rooted in proper military rather than pure sci-fi. Or rather, the enemy needs to be sci-fi and the Joes are, well, they represent the modern era. Because they can also represent the military at its best. I.e., but, well, no, I don't want to get political. I don't. But I will say the warning of soldiers to not obey illegal orders, I hope that message reaches them. Paw Patrol fan, I understand you want me to review those movies. I've never seen Paw Patrol, so I'm not gonna have the knowledge you bring. So I will see what I can do, but I can't make any promises.
Plus 2 Tomb Raider movies.
Also, I've got that little gasp of air. Was trying to watch a guy who was arguing that Has Been Hotel was a, what did he put it? Demon propaganda. And the dude is a very traditional Christian, I guess is the term. Problem is that he doesn't have much flair to his presentation. Noteworthy, you're here with me. Apologies, I did not see you. And once again, you've tipped me all the way over into my tip goal. So, and Trinary follows up with it's a donation blitz. No, Paw Patrol fan, you are not coming off as rude, not to worry. I had the pleasure of seeing Noteworthy at Ciderfest. I'm afraid we were both running around so much. And Noteworthy was especially working hard at the charity auction, trying to keep all that together. Thank you for that, Noteworthy. A round of applause, everyone, please. All right, so let's see, where was I? Yes, I needed to get Tomb Raider and Street Fighter and all that other shindig. Street Fighter, Tomb Raider, and what was the other one? Mortal Kombat. Wait, don't I already have Mortal Kombat? I do. Yes. Okay. Alrighty, Tomb Raider. All right, what's the most Angelina Jolie? Well, that's how she started. Ooh, wait a minute. This is the 2018 Tomb Raider. I've been stuckered. Curses. They got me with their modern rebooting. Or I guess it's a rebooting. Heavens to Betsy, I'm out of it. All right.
Street Fighter.
Okay, Street Fighter. Now, they haven't tried to redo that. No, thank you. Yada, 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 yada. Come on. There we are. Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
And I accidentally added the audio. Unlink. Go away, you silly billy. And like all my conversions, it's audio formatting leaves much to be desired. I'll have to fix that too. Grr.
And Mortal Kombat adaptations with varying degrees of entertainment.
All right, Mortal Kombat. Yep. All righty. If I just replace stuff in the converted videos, this will be okay. Look, I don't care how bad or campy the movie is. These fight scenes I consider to be really awesome. Just looking at the choreography. This one's a little on the slow side, though. Then again, I'm glad they didn't speed it up to lie to us.
And Mortal Kombat adaptations with varying degrees of entertainment.
Varying degrees of entertainment, i.e., where's the shot of... Yeah, that guy. I mean, wow, that looks... Look, this was when CG was indeed in its infancy, but give me...
Varying degrees of entertainment. And then there was this...
let's see, did I... Avatar Last Airbender? Nope, that's the real deal. That's the good stuff. Where's the Last Airbender? Right, it's under T. For terrible. Hello, Appa. There's no amount of yipping that can raise your Rotten Tomatoes score.
And then there was this thing.
This thing. And chat is lucky to... let's see here. Tread Fluff Belly is saying... Oh, Oh, I'm sorry, Cherry Flipbelly. Sounds like a rough Thanksgiving, and it's true. Sometimes we lay it on way too thick with the whole, forced positivity of the season. Sometimes people don't get along great with their families. That's not a failure on their part. It's just unfortunate. So, who had a food coma over turkey? Well, not a food coma, but I had a good time and some nice leftovers for tonight. Lex Crafting Info Plus, you have a question? But you put a question mark when you say I have a question. So are you asking me, do you have a question? I assume the answer is yes.
With that budgetary difference in mind, it seems that a live action show is so much more of a financial risk. So I don't think I'll ever get to see a live action mask outside the old 80s commercial. And even less of a chance of Starcom.
Starcom. I was supposed to download the series, but I can't.
Starcom. When I think of those ads and why they invested more on live action rather than more animated commercials like the Transformers and G.I. Joe, commercials like the Transformers and
okay, Transformers. Man, I just keep on failing on what I need for footage. All right, but we just keep working. That's how this goes.
Silver, you vectored Verdon. What about the Disney live action? What about the Disney live action movies?
Oh yes, speaking of the Disney live action movies, I heard that the Moana live action got a trailer today. Although one of my funniest moments personally for Ciderfest was at Hooves Line, Scenes from a Hat, and reactions to Zootopia 2. So I got up in front of Race and Saber, Taylor Bowie McCardle, and Cosmic Keyframe. And I just said to the audience, what do you mean they're working on a live action reboot? Everybody groaned. It was glorious. Okay, so I need me a live action. Oh God, Cinderella. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Snow White. Do I have Snow White? I do not have Snow White. Dumbo. Oh, come on. I know I definitely have way more live action to choose from. Did I really not get Aladdin? Orinko, your stream launched to lag on mobile? I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're here regardless. And Inquisitor 751, although now there's suddenly a 6. I know you as Inquisitor 751. You got an 86, that's 6. Well, either way, let me just take a peek at my converted videos folder. Well, I've definitely got... I've got the original Aladdin. You know, the good one. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. I think my inner fanboy was going full tilt because I've got the cartoons, just not their live-action counterparts.
Yes, this strange trend of reimagined classics that's meant to be an update to modern audiences, but ends up disappointing almost everyone.
All right, let's hop on real quick to a YouTube channel. Let's witness this together. Like a family. Because if we're this is gonna disappoint everybody. Wait, I'm sorry, was someone just huffing into the mic? Okay, I understand that might be part of the chant, but it really doesn't sound good. I don't like it. In fact, I'm gonna just mute this for a sec because I know that Disney will file a claim. All right, so yada yada, conch shell. Wait a minute. Okay, even the girl here gives off a CG vibe. Could they not find a child who really embodied this? That's a CG. That's all CG. Okay, this looks normal. Hello, people. People? CG bug. Next summer. Oh, look at that. Oh, I wonder what this is. Oh, wait, I already know, because I already saw the animated. Yep, there we go. I know exactly what she's saying. I am Moana. You should all be afraid. It ain't an easy life when... Well, actually, okay, no. Complaining about a live-action remake of a popular and enjoyed cartoon is almost the definition of first world problems. But this is a stinker. I just really want to put that out there. Alrighty. Walt Disney's legacy was burned in a volcano and then buried 20 feet under Antarctica. Oh my goodness, Pokemon Fire Eevee, you're not wrong, but wow, way to drop the hammer. Yes, Orinko, I am many things, including a turkey, but above all, I will always consider myself a horse's patoot. Yes, you are. But that's not necessarily a good thing. Boop. And unlink. We're just going to have you cut in right. Yeah. There we are.
Disappointing almost everyone.
Good news, I found a way to fill in the gap. Bad news, it required a live-action Moana.
The strange thing is that I tend to view these live actions in a separate category, while New Line...
Alrighty, let's get some more Dumbo in here. Why not? Come on. Oh, there we go. Hello, Dumbo. I don't remember people being as upset by this, but it opened the door to what I consider to be a bad business practice.
Strange thing is that I tend to view these live actions in a separate category, while New...
Oh, flash frame, the most awful. Oh, it is literally the last frame in the clip. Oh, that's Inquisitor, why is Call of Duty Black Ops 7 being bad great news? I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like it if, say, Space Marine 2 didn't have to worry about the hot new competition, but still.
I tend to view these live actions in a separate category. While New Line Cinema took a bold chance on indie production company Golden Harvest and the Ninja Turtles movie, Disney's rehashing seems much more nepotistic.
Nepotistic. Oh boy.
Even if the movie doesn't land well, there's still the backing from a media juggernaut to try again and again and again. At this point, I really think they should just stop. Now, Hasbro and Amazon MGM productions are certainly no lightweights, but I do get the sense that this is a far riskier venture than anything Disney cooked up. If it doesn't work out, I doubt they can just shrug and try again, which leads to the question of whether or not they should even try. Fans have already begun posting on this as a bad idea, and I think that's based on bitter experience.
All right, so Did I get a proper screenshot? Nope. Yes. And I did. Okay, good. Good.
Question of whether or not they should even try. Fans have already...
Woohoo! Alrighty. Let's crop that because I don't see a reason that we have to include all of it. I'd like people to at least read a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on, just a little bit more. Let's say 14%. Good enough. Starring Aquafina as Rainbow Dash and Florence Pugh as Rarity. Pink Elephant, Drunk Dreams. I think they took those out, Swordbreaker 12. Creative passion and want to experiment again. I don't know if they want to. Okay, here we go. Cosmin Inspira says, thinking Disney legacy is just in a slump. It's happened before, and don't blame the people who work there. Blame those at the top. It'll take those with creative passion and want to experiment to bring Disney back into its full glory. I don't disagree, but right now, we've throttled the creativity out of Disney for a time. There might need to be a little hibernation.
Begun posting on this as a bad idea, and I think that's based on bitter experience. There's an entire subset of YouTubers who will claim that these newer films fail because they're trying to be woke. This is both reductive and deceptive. Reductive in that it tries to make one point the sole complaint despite a variety of issues like the story structure,
again, I have to...
characterization, and CG visuals that just don't blend. Deceptive in that the presenter's real goal...
Actually, you know what?
And CG visuals that just don't blend.
Okay, that's definitely the Moana trailer. I mean, good gravy. Moana official teaser. This film's not yet rated. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm impressed with what they're doing with the distortion of the waves and the items in the ocean. But right now, that kid just looks out of place. Oh, don't you worry, Noteworthy. The mouse will have its money. It will have its pound of flesh. Villainous though it may be. Sad face.
While so many things can go wrong with a modernization, I think one root cause is a flawed understanding of the original's appeal. If you can get at the heart of a story... and add elements that still tap into that connection, which reach so many audience members, then I think any additions or updates could still resonate with the original idea. There are aspects of older animations that don't work with today's values, but these animations have remained in our collective awareness because...
All right. Now, come on. Do I have the Dumbo proper? The original cartoon. Dumbo. Oh, now I don't have the cartoon. Oh, I am just missing out.
But these animations have remained in our collective awareness because of something much... stronger.
How are those conversions coming? I need stuff. Oh, we're on the last one. It's saying anywhere between 20 minutes and 5 minutes. Oh, you ain't kidding, Noteworthy. It's a mess. Inquisitor, I'm not sure. Space Marine 2 and Black Ops 7 are not really competition, you argue, because they're drastically different games, and therefore with very different reception. But while that makes sense, I don't know if the gaming landscape considers it the same. After all, people have limited time and money. That what you sink into one game is time that you're not spending on another. And that's not a bad thing, but it is a choice. So I'll stick with Space Marine 2 over trying to see how Call of Duty is whatever version they're on right now. I get so tired of it.
But these animations have remained in our...
Okay. What about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs proper? I know I got that. All right, Snow White. Let's get you in there. Win one for the team. Import that file. You can do it. Now, where's that dancing scene? Oh. Boy, here we go. Come on. There we are. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with animated gas. That sounds wrong.
But these animations have remained in our collective awareness because of something much stronger. Something not moored to one era's interpretation. Why do we miss this so often? I think it stems from the same...
Not moored in interpretation. Let's see. There's The Lion King and Aladdin. Lion King, and The Little Mermaid. So let's go with The Little Mermaid. Hang on, that's wrong. The sound is out of sync. What madness. I mean, granted, I only need the video clip, thank you very little. But what gives?
Something not moored to one era's interpretation. Why do we miss this so often? I think...
And from The Lion King. Oh, I love this moment.
Why do we miss this so often? I think it stems from the same delusion voiced by the Oscars.
So many kids watch these movies over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
I see some parents out there know exactly what we're talking about.
Can you see me giving you the double deuce? You can't help but respect the classics. Agreed, Venpai. Audio to anime frame by frame like this movie would be a dream, says Pokemon Fire EV. I am not an animator. I don't know if I would have the patience for it. But yes, it would be an incredible project. Steamboat Willie is 97 years old, says Venpai. That's crazy. And, of course, they made a horror movie out of it once it entered public domain. That really frustrates me, that they're all like, a movie's in public domain. Let's make a horror out of it. I consider that as bad a choice as what we see with these live-action remakes.
It's a testament...
Let's get rid of that little breath there.
It's a...
And maybe bring things over. Here we go. Whoop. Nope. Oh, yes.
It's a testament to our cultural immaturity that we think that animation is a genre rather than a medium.
It is time.
It's a testament to our cultural immaturity that we think that animation is a genre.
Alrighty, genre rather than... You know what I really want to do? I really want to use Zootopia in this moment. So pardon me while I do a little searchy search, because I know I converted that a while ago. All right, come on, talk to me. Search for them files, computer. Alrighty. What did I think of the live-action Lion King Luxcraft Info Plus? Well, how can I best put this? It really was just trying to redo the Lion King with updated visuals, but the problem is those visuals were less interesting than the more cartoony version. Animation gives you the freedom of expression, something that a modern, or rather, quote, live animation based on actual lions and hyenas and all that, they can't emote because they're not, they weren't designed or didn't evolve to have those expressions. So ultimately, it comes out as pretty boring. But a friend of mine was going through a hard time, and so we went to go see the movie together. And for, 2 hours or so, she was able to just forget about outside troubles and enjoy the experience. So I can't hate the movie because it did provide a needed moment of escape. I feel like a good movie, a better movie, would have been just as rewarding, if not more so. But in that moment, it was the big deal in theaters, so we went to go see it. So I still think it's not that great, but it provided a service my friend needed, and I appreciate that. I, too, am looking forward to Zootopia 2 Venpai. If I can get my dad to see the first movie, I'd love to take him to a theater with the new one. All right, we're saving this for Zootopia. The search continues.
Rather than a medium.
Now, what's another movie, animated or otherwise, that did a really, really awesome job? No. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen? Oh, thank you. Okay, everyone, I need a little input. What is a Disney movie that you just adore? Actually, no. What is an animated movie, period, that you just adored and thought it really added something to your life? Something that you walked away feeling a little bit transformed for having seen it. I'm just looking through Wolfwalkers. Oh my. Record of Lodos War, C-Lab. I'm looking through what I've got. Of course, Into the Spider-Verse. You guys are throwing out some titles I haven't gotten to see. Lux Crafting, you hope that Lightning Bliss is doing well and she can take as long as she needs. Yeah. I'm hoping the same. I mean, I'm checking in as best I can, but also give her as much space as she needs. Alrighty. let's add. Good gravy. I'm having to do more searches. So many videos, so many things. Here we are. Suit the lore. How much longer is this one conversion going to take? Watch Wolfwalker. It is so good. Pokemon Fire Eevee, is that the anime of the mother with 2 wolf children? Or is that actually wolf children? Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Ah, man. Got to kill time for 9 minutes or so, or just keep on going and we'll get there. And
that its audience is solely limited to children.
Okay, so I am thinking of wolf children. Nimona was fire. Huh. Bad guys. Oh yeah, How to Train Your Dragon. Don't I have that in my converted files? But better, How to Train Your Dragon. That sounds like a euphemism. 2014? 2014? Yes. Okay, good. Oh, wait, that was How to Train Your Dragon Dos. I need uno. Uno, hit me. All right. All right. Trial and error. Let's see here. All right. Yes. Onwards. Oh, I love this scene. Yep, a little more. Come on, you got this. A little more. There, we're talking. Yes. Oh, that scene's so triumphant.
Solely limited to children.
The dreaded flash frame. How you torment me so. What did I ever do to you?
And that its audience is solely limited to children. I attest that animation is freedom.
You know what? I feel like that scene works even better when I say that I attest animation is freedom.
I attest that animation is freedom. Not just freedom from the financial demands of a big budget production.
I'm telling you.
Not just freedom from the financial demands of a big budget production, as we can witness creative.
Ooh, wait, finance.
Not just freedom from the.
Let's go with
freedom from the financial demands of a big budget production.
Yeah, that seems oddly fitting, you know? But let's take away these guards dancing like idiots. And we'll slide on through to the entrance.
Not just freedom from the financial demands of a big budget production, as we can witness creative and entertaining animations here on YouTube.
Oh, creative and entertaining. Oh, I know what I want to use. Oh my goodness. Oh, but which one to use? Oh, it's sick. I want to surprise people with this, so I'm going to do a little work off. I'm going to do just a little work off screen. So, downloader. Here we are. Boop. Downloading. Sorry, everybody. This is just going to take a sec. Wolfwalkers is an Irish Studios cartoon saloon. Same guys who did the Book of Kells. Okay, you guys are selling me on this. And Yellow Submarine is free on YouTube. Well, then let's snag that right now, shall we? However, I'm not going to use that as the example because, well, as I understand, it's just animated. I mean, what am I trying to say? Of course, it's animated. That's why we're talking about this. What I mean is it was animated before YouTube was a thing, whereas there are media pieces that are out there now, which are were made with YouTube in mind. Ah, yes, Coco was a grand movie. You bawled. Yes, manly tears have been shed over that, with fair reason. Alrighty, have I seen Disney's The Rescuers? Oh, that's an older one. Funny enough, I actually saw The Rescuers Down Under first. Speaking of free animated movies, the movie that got me to Terry Pratchett's Discworld, Weird Sisters. Interesting. Interessante. All right, almost there. Almost there. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. We're going to get there. Hang in there, everyone. Come on. We can do this. Almost there. Almost there. Ah. 5 seconds. 6 seconds. No, 5, no, 4, no, 5, no, 5, 4, 3. Ah. That's just mocking me. There we go. Finally. Swear.
Wait, what are you doing?
All right. Yeah, oh, the recommendations are coming in to save.
But also freedom. We can witness creative and entertaining animations here.
Wondershare would like to access my microphone? Don't allow because I don't need it to do that. You're creeping me out, Wondershare. Trying to find a flashlight while still watching the stream. Ah, okay. Sorry, Lex, but your hold on I'm was all one word. So I read hold Oni M. Who's Oni M? That sounds like an awesome screen name.
and entertaining animations here on YouTube. But also freedom from...
All right.
I sense a foreign mind. We should catch up with others. No. You and I are going to get to the bottom of this place.
This, everyone, for who doesn't know, and I can appreciate if you don't,
Here on YouTube.
this is a show by guys called Flash Gits, and it is called Space King. King of Space. It's a parody of Warhammer 40K, but with a much more simplified backstory and no impenetrable layers of lore. You can hop on because there's only 3 episodes out so far, but it's exceptional.
Here on YouTube, but also freedom from reality's limitations.
All right, freedom from reality's limitations. I mean, geez, we've got plenty of... What is it there? What's a good... Reality's limitations. What's a good reality? You can't do something in... let's leave this one open because I'd like to check out this Wolfwalkers everyone's suggesting, and The Secret of Kells. That might be... Have I seen Lackadaisy? Pilot is on YouTube. Well, I have not, so let me just do a quick search here. I worry I shouldn't just have Space King. Lackadaisy. Good gravy. The Lackadaisy pilot is muted. Oh my. All right, so I can't hear these screaming cats. But interesting. Okay, just based on what I'm seeing, this is certainly worthy of attention here on YouTube. Alrighty, downloader. Still working on Yellow Submarine, but I'll get this going too. Funny enough, I've got other stuff.
And entertaining animations here.
Let's see.
Is creative.
Wonder if there's a better clip of good old... Oh. Okay, let's go with that.
And entertaining. As we can witness creative and entertaining.
Okay, let's get a little... Yeah, pew, 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 pew.
As we can witness creative...
Wait a minute.
As we...
Tricky little frame. You got in there where I wasn't looking.
As we can witness creative and entertaining animations here on YouTube, but also freedom from reality's limitations. Physical action that might seem impossible.
Physical action that might seem impossible. Oh my gosh. Yes, Trinary, I've learned that the surest way to get me to sit down and watch something isn't to just recommend it, because I've got a lot of things going on at once and I just can't parcel the time effectively. But stream, if we do like a let's view together or stream, if it's with friends, it gets higher priority. So then, now then, impossible action. What's an impossible action? From Dumbo? Aladdin's plenty action. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Is this, how can I put this? You could affect this same thing with CG and power sliding onto an X on a green screen, but it won't look nearly so believable and awesome.
Physical action that might seem impossible, but is still physical action that might seem
Here we go. You can even see him in this frame. Whoop, well, I mean, in this frame, look, he's right there. Although I find it kind of funny that the tower itself is empty. Shouldn't there be like floor structures here and there? Superman the Animated Series stretching when used in super speed for impossible action. Yeah, that's a good one. Alrighty. Just checking here. 1926 St. Louis bootlegger Gangsta Cats. Well, there we go. Who doesn't love a good gangsta cat? And this is just the pilot, so where's the rest of Lackadaisy? Is it on like Paramount or Hoodoo?
and entertaining animations here on YouTube. Animations here on YouTube. Entertaining animations here on YouTube. But also freedom from reality's limitations. Physical action that might seem impossible, but is still wildly appealing. But is still wild.
Still wildly appealing.
Still wildly appealing.
Oh, he even jumps at just the right time.
Still wildly appealing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Character designs that might look wrong in real life.
Oh, boy. All right, so character designs that might look wrong in real life. What I got? Lion King, no. Little Mermaid? Come on.
Something about Ariel.
Yeah, wow, that audio is like way off. Unbelievable. More episodes are still available. There are still some shorter videos on the YouTube. Okay. Ah, yes, the Home for Infinite Losers. That is a fun one, Swordbreaker. Well, let's see if I can get something more here.
Character designs that might look wrong in real life.
Actually, you know what? Cell looks pretty raw. Would look pretty wrong in. Yeah, boy, I'm really struggling with words all of a sudden. Sorry. Yeah, let's get Home for Infinite Losers. La 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 la. Home for Infinite Losers. HFIL. But let's try Home Away from Heck. I haven't, Confession Pokemon Fire EV, I haven't yet seen Amazing Digital Circus. Amazing Digital Circus. Episode 6. Let's go with 1. Share. Copy. Commence the download. Ba-doo. I'm going to wind up with some pretty freaky-dicky stuff. Alrighty. Cool. They raised over $1 million for Kickstarter for a full 2D animated season, but only came out with the pilot for the cats. Well, I'm forgetting titles now. Lackadaisy. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. I might just be tired. This has been a fun but demanding week. I got home on Monday and immediately set about doctor's visits and training on Tuesday. Then I helped a friend get to the airport and had a wonderful lunch with A&Y Pony and his wife. But that was quite the drive to get there. And then there was enough time to have another call with a friend, get to bed in time for Thanksgiving. So, man, I've had quite the schedule this week. A part of me says you need to slow down. Slow down. Noteworthy notes that the Amazing Digital Circus is a ride. Slapsticky and a little goofy. Well, I mean, I'm not against some slapstick.
Character designs that might look wrong in real life, but can have a certain charm in the animated form. In fact, the more exaggerated a character's appearance, the more their potential to become iconic.
You know what? I'll put Amazing Digital Circus there.
Character designs that might look wrong in real life.
Come on now. Finish that converting, eh? That's one heck of an analysis taking place. Alrighty, let's get the hiffles in ya. Yeah,
Penis.
Wait, how do
that was a uniquely difficult line to come in on.
you know that?
Can you believe this? They're butchering a one Sanchez cult classic.
You're serious?
Oh yeah, not a lot of people know that he got removed from the credits. Might be for the best though. It bombed hard. What's the next
And I'm going for what?
See? You no.
Who said it?
Let's see. What's a good look for these two? Oh, no. Yes, no.
Surprise.
Well, at this point, it's up to you. But who knows? Play your...
Let's see how this looks.
Character designs that might look wrong in real life, but can have a certain charm in the animated form.
All right, so now...
These are the clouds.
Hey! What, which one?
Ain't there yet.
Soon, please. Seal, please.
Ain't there yet.
Soon, please. Seal, please.
Okay, wait, what does it say backwards?
Seal, please.
Zeal Moose. That's what I'm hearing when he says that. Zeal Moose. The Brave Locomotive by Andrew Chesworth is a nice blend of animation and a 2D, 3D in. The Brave Locomotive? Why do I feel like I've heard of something like that? The Brave Locomotive. Goodness. Okay, this thing's stuck in the analyzing phase of Amazing Digital Circus. So let's just see if it has more luck there. Ta-da! 6.6 million thumbs up with 17 million subscribers. Impressive. I'm so totally not jelly. No. I mean, oh, sorry, that's for Amazing Digital Circus. Oh, and there we go. Restarting the download apparently cured its problem.
It can have a certain charm in the animated form. In fact, the more exaggerated a character's appearance, the more their potential to become iconic. Yet above all is the freedom of expression.
All right, that's definitely Lion King. The Lion King. You know, I find it kind of funny. Some programs, including operating systems, can have the library style of organization that the and a don't, they sort it by the proper title. But not here on Premiere Pro. The Lion King is towards the bottom of the list. And what's one of the first? Well, if I were to say a Men in Black movie, it'd be at the top of the list. So frustrating. Yep, let's make some kids cry. Yeah, let's really hit him where it hurts. I say this as someone who watched both this and Optimus Prime dying.
Yet above all is the freedom of
Yeah, maybe that's even better. Expressions right in your face.
Above all is the freedom of expression. To have control over lighting, environments, timing.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting so many. Well, maybe Inquisitor 751. So many recommendations. Y'all are blowing my mind here. Yeah, let's sort this out by date created. That'll Lackadaisy. And here we go. Boop, ba-doo. Oh, I got the Lackadaisy pilot in there. But the Amazing Digital Circus. Oh, Lord.
In-house adventure to warm you up to how things...
Okay, that definitely goes for exaggerated.
In fact, the more exaggerated a character's appearance,
things work around here.
In fact, the more exaggerated a character's appearance, the more their potential to become iconic.
What? No, God.
Yada, 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 yada. Wow. Okay, that thing looks terrifying. Oh, is that what that weird chess piece is? I see that on Cosmic's table in plush form, and I'm like, what is that? Earthworm Jim? Is it weird that I think Earthworm Jim when I see the imbalanced eye sizes on a flesh-colored stick.
Oh, Bubble.
Oh, okay. Docking points for name innovation, but, well.
It can have a certain charm in the anime.
Alrighty, let's take a look at the Brave Locomotive, which I don't yet have. What? The Beatles? That's all good. The Brave Locomotive, where are you hiding? Wow, it's down there. Yes, I provide my own sound effects because life is more fun with them.
Character designs that might look wrong in real life, but can have a certain charm in the animated form. In fact, the more exaggerated a character's appearance, the more their potential to become iconic. Yet above all is the freedom of expression.
Freedom of expression.
To have control over lighting, environments, timing.
Lighting, environments, and timing. Alrighty. How on... Oh yeah, whatever happened to my search for Zootopia? I've got so many windows open, I'm actually losing track now. Searching... for Spider-Verse 2. Man, that's turning up Butkus. Alrighty. But come on, where's my Zootopia search? I think I closed it. How vexing. How very, very, very vexing. Lexcraft, what is it you wish to know? Ah! Oh. Well, there's the search, but it's turning up absolutely nothing. Disappointing. I know I used it. Wait a minute, I'm even doing this the hard way. Oh, but great. What was the name of the episode? Twilight misses out on a day with her friends and tries to figure out what happened. Let's see here. Episodes and transcripts. Three, 4, Daring Don't, Flight to Finish, Pinky Pride. Nope. Further. Make new friends. Nope. Amending fences. What about Discord? Yes. Okay. That tells me what I need to know, I think. Movie clips. Pot. Annoying Orange. Angry Birds. Oh, come on. I had to have used Zootopia. I know I used Zootopia in this. What about Discord? Drat and Double Drat. I seem to have sabotaged myself. How very annoying. You were with an older friend who was teaching you how to fire a gun. Oh. We were shooting glass bottles in his backyard. Lex, if this is meant to be a joke, I feel you should clarify that very quickly. Okay. So it's not a joke. This genuinely happened. All right. Well, Lex, this isn't, I don't think it's going to settle right with you until you've integrated the learning into your life. And the big lessons here is that, one, you guys weren't in a safe environment to practice shooting. That's to be done. I know there's like a ton of YouTube videos of guys seemingly in the middle of nowhere with using firearms on just random objects. But the best place is in a firing range with professionals nearby. So that's the thing for next time, if there's a next time. The other is that if your friend was... The number one rule is never point a weapon at a person. You always keep it down low, pointed away. So, basically, I think this is a very real life opportunity to understand the consequences of being too lax with safety, especially where firearms are concerned. Now, let's also focus on some positive. Your friend is injured and in the hospital, but it was not a life-threatening wound. That's good fortune. We can be thankful that your friend is in recovery. But I'm going to say that if your friend was the one doing the teaching, it's also important that they understand their hand in this outcome. You both had contributions towards this tragedy. Thankfully, you've been given a second chance at life, essentially. So, what else can I say? I mean, Lex, my goal here is not to absolve you of guilt. I think it's very healthy that you are considering this and trying and feeling a responsibility. The trick now is what are you going to do with that feeling? Wallowing in regret will not serve you, but channeling that towards understanding better gun safety, finding a shooting range where you can practice under better controlled and safe environments, and look up a course on gun safety. It's not, you're doing the right thing by asking what to do next, because this helps you grow. I made a point in a review of A Bird in the Hoof, which we'll try to get online. I haven't checked out the recording yet. But there's a saying that transgression, the evolving one's mentality and thoughts begins with a transgression. Either breaking a rule to move beyond or making a mistake. In this case, it was a mistake, but you can turn this into an opportunity to better understand safety. So, recommendation, locate a shooting range that teaches gun safety classes. Sign up for it. And then, well, if you want to share your story with others and add a very real life warning to people about the importance of gun safety, that's transforming a mistake into a more positive action. If that makes any sense. So I'm sorry that this happened, and I'm sorry that your friend is in the hospital, but I'm thankful that it wasn't a more serious injury and that they're making a recovery. And I'm thankful that you are asking the right questions. So, a guy I worked with once asked me about owning a gun. He said, if a mob is coming to your home to get you, wouldn't you want a gun? And I replied to him, if people are coming to my home with such ill intent, I don't think owning a gun or not will drastically change the outcome. Let's set aside the absurdity of the scenario he just pointed out. But yeah, I am not a fan of guns on principle. In fiction, yeah, I can admit I get kind of into it, but I will never own a gun in real life. The closest I think I'll ever come is a 3D print of the Ace of Spades from Destiny 2. And even then, the trigger doesn't even pull. Everything else is like either a Nerf gun of Master Chief's Halo gun. And I think that's it. I'm more a swords guy.
To have control over lighting, environments, timing.
Alrighty, timing. What's a good... Actually, let's go back to Lackadaisy. That was... I like the lighting in... Whoa.
Was it playtime now? Do you think we're safe?
Wow. Yeah, I'd have that expression.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that there's a fire. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, look at how everything else is dark except for these wonderfully illuminated eyes.
To have control over lighting, environment.
All right, now timing. Timing. There's got to be a really good timing. We just had Hiccup. Flying on a dragon. Oh, what about the scene where... Yeah. Yeah, that's a good timing.
To have control over lighting, environments, timing.
I mean, that's one of my favorite scenes. Hiccup showing his knowledge.
Timing, and not...
Come on, there you go.
Timing, and not fear of a stunt. Gone wrong.
There we go. Let's just...
Timing, and not fear of a stunt gone wrong. Thinking that animation is only for children. Limits our creative expression and denies a chance to experience possibilities as an adult. This is not to say that animation is faster or easier than a live-action production. This is not to say that...
Gotta go. Oh. All right, Sherry. Feel better and have a good rest. And Lex, well, take it easy on yourself, and I hope our advice was helpful and gave you a sense of direction. It's also important not to beat yourself up. Inquisitor, you live in a stand-your-ground state. Well, I know the law. I don't have the insight to comment on it. So I don't know what to infer.
This is not to say that animation is faster or easier than a live-action production.
Okay, so not faster or easier than a live-action production. Aladdin seems like a good choice again. Ooh, what about that city? Oh, man. I don't know. Something more. Something more. I'm really coming up short here. Transformers 1, that might be a good example. I guess I'll have to convert Zootopia 2 again, or Zootopia 1. I don't have Zootopia 2 yet. Alrighty, let's close down a few. Oh, man. All right, I'll move on from this. Got to keep moving forward as best we are able.
Even a short dive into the production process reveals a labyrinth of storyboards, oddly named dope sheets that describe keyframes.
Dope sheets. I believe I got a photo of that. Images, come here, you dope sheets. Where you hiding? Nope. Well, here, if I'm gonna make y'all wait while I search. Nope. Wait a minute. That was for something else. Let's see here. No? Well, no, this is just vexing. Where are my dope sheets at? Now I need to find... Here we are. I don't think this will be an unsafe search. Let's just find us... Ooh, that looks nice. Open image in a new tab. Hello. I mean, good gravy. When I look at this, I am adrift. Camera looks through cell levels from this side. The circle indicates the cell has been used before. Man. All righty. Good night, Lex. Have a good rest. Alrighty. Here we go. Live MLP. Images. Boop. Of course, it's one of these highly numbered monstrosities, so you know. Yep. At least for once I can finally put something in images rather than movie clips. I gotta say, I feel like this production of my own review has been far more start-stop than I'd like. It tasks me.
Dope sheets that describe keyframes and early test screenings. Yet all that effort can reveal something unique and beyond anything one can accomplish trying to simulate reality. I'm
going to save that for Transformers 1. I mean, Transformers 1, we've talked about Prime, we've talked about G1. Transformers 1 is another great entry in the franchise, and I am so disappointed that the advertising was so stupid that it essentially turned people away, when it's probably the best Transformers movie since 1986. And no, I'm not going to throw a bone to the Michael Bay crowd. I understand if, folks, that was your first entry in the Transformers, as G1 was for me. But I'm hoping you realize that the stuff that came after or before did greater service to the franchise.
To say nothing of classic cartoons that definitely appeal to an older audience. Yet somehow we convince ourselves that it's more mature to see a live-action version that never fully measures up to the energy of its animated origin. To say nothing of classic cartoons that definitely appeal to an older audience.
Oh yes, this was supposed to be a Looney Tunes episode. Let's see here. Converted files. Looney Tunes, where are you at? Hearts and Hooves Day from the Pony Express. Well, that's not right. Okay, let's go on a little search here. We are going to the YouTube. Actually, I will not show. I don't know what YouTube will show. So, Bugs Bunny impersonations. Okay, so there's got to be a really good Bugs Bunny impersonate. Oh, God, it's everybody trying to impersonate Bugs Bunny. Good God. Okay, I'm just gonna... How to do a Bugs Bunny... No. Bugs Bunny impersonates celebrity. No. You have got to be kidding me. The first thing I look for, and... Zootopia should have ended. I'll watch that later. Well, okay, you know what? I'll just copy this and share it with my download because I need some, I need some shots of actually making a dang cartoon. And while this is certainly the older style, I think that's still very valid. All right, but what about Bugs Bunny? What about the Oscars? Looney Tunes Oscars 1984, 2024. Bugs Bunny Superstar. Is this the one I'm thinking of? All right, everybody's there, having a good time. Yes, this is what I needed. Share, copy, do your thing. Enter. And we're good there. Last unicorn is a good one. Last unicorn. Oh, hey, Chrissy. I'm doing well. How are you doing over in the Netherlands? As I saw flyers for your convention, and Trinary did you proud by helping promote the event.
To say nothing of classic cartoons that definitely appeal to an older audience.
Let's get this guy over here. Movies preview. It's only a preview clip, but that's all I need in this instance. Normally, I like to have the whole thing just so I can reference it down the way, but...
I'm a cinch to win. Really, I am. Hello, Cecil B. Hiya, Edward G.
To say nothing of classic cartoons that definitely appeal to an older audience. Yet somehow we convince ourselves that it's more mature to see a live-action version. It never fully...
Okay, that's the live-action How to Train Your Dragon.
That never fully measures up to the energy of its animated origin.
Alrighty, so let's take a look at How to Train Your Dragon once again. What's a... Oh, wait, that's How to Train Your Dragon 2 again. So... Oh, I know a rather infamous scene.
thing we've been after since Vikings first sailed here, and you want to keep it a secret? To protect your pet dragon? Are you serious?
Yes.
What do you...
Give me the word.
Okay, that's napping me. That's her. Everything else.
No, I remember the scene in the live action where she does the whole "that's for kidnapping me," and well, it's more forceful, but it's not. I need energy.
What is he doing?
That never fully measures up to the energy of its animated origin.
Could use. Oh dear, I got mixed up. I'm sorry, Chris. Norwegian. I totally dropped the ball on that. I'm sorry. No one in America has really learned the world geography. Yeah, you're not wrong, Pokemon Fire Eevee. If you need me to point to Madagascar on a map, I got you covered. But other than that, I'm hopeless. But I... Yeah, that's better.
That never fully measures up to the energy of its animated origin. Need I compare bending differences in The Last Airbender?
Okay. I don't need to, but I am.
I compare bending differences in The Last Airbender versus
Alrighty. Oh, hey. Okay, now this is weird. That's better.
is
Come on. Give me something to work with here.
versus
yes. Chris is right to point out that in no historical context did Vikings wear horned helmets. Oh, goodness.
And the tragic thing is that little throw was probably more expensive than an entire episode.
Yeah, 6 earthbenders to... Wait, how many was it?
And the tragic thing is
1,
that
2,
that
3,
little throw
4,
was probably more
5... Yep, 6 to do just that.
expensive than an entire episode. And consider the domain of live-action movies that have become animated shows. That have become...
All right, I need me some Men in Black. I said I need me some... Thank you.
pulsar level 5 with a subsonic push. What? Just shoot the damn thing on the count of 1, 2.
Yep. Come on. This is when they were willing to take risks.
So hand over whatever galaxy you might be carrying. Step away from your busted-ass vehicle and put your hands on your head.
Nope. That didn't pay out the way I wanted, but okay.
What? Just shoot the damn thing on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
There we are.
And consider the domain of live-action movies that have been animated shows.
All right, now I need Men in Black, the TV series, which... Oy vey. Gonna have to work on that, too. So slimy indeed. But that's what made it a frightening monster, even if it's just Indian.
How much more...
I have to wonder, what would Men in Black's reception be like today if it simply juxtaposed it against the modern landscape? I think it would be more divisive.
How much more did the Men in Black series expand on the world better than the movie's own sequels?
Revenge of the Fallen. Did I really not get any Men in Black, the series? Men? There we are. Yes, well, moving on. Yes, I too would still like it. I just feel like people would try to make it have even greater meaning.
Animated shows. How much more did the Men in Black series expand on the world? How much more did the Men in Black series expand on the world better than the movie's own sequel? Better than the movie's own sequels.
Royal Guards Division 6. I don't know that Kimojo Steel. I do not know of which you refer.
World better than the movie's own sequels.
Okay, he's a Balchinian.
I've only encountered this twice in one video, and that's 2 times too many.
Hang on, I thought I had a sensor piece over here. Well, son of a biscuit. I'm gonna have to fix that now. There we are. Silver-Quill censorship. I feel so cheap. Wait a minute. I punked myself. No wonder it didn't work. Okay, let's also flip that horizontally. Flip. Horizontal flippage. Ah.
I've only encountered this twice in one video.
Censored chin. Let's import into the projects. And we'll put that under images. Choose OK. And you go into images. On that, oh, I opened the wrong folder. Censored chin.
I've only encountered this twice in one video, and that's 2 times too many. In one video, and that's 2 times. And that's 2.
All right, yeah, that's Revenge of the Fallen. Gotta invoke that little headache.
In one video, and that's 2 times too many. Do you really think the cast of Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, do you really think the cast of Bill Murray?
Ready? Ghostbusters. Why isn't this here? Ghostbusters. Come on. Let's just hear this because I always want to know this.
Are you here? Are you a god?
No.
Then
All right. Because
do you really think the cast of Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson could battle Cthulhu using a roller coaster without going over budget? Do you really think the cast of Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson could battle Cthulhu using a roller coaster without going over budget?
language, good sir.
In a roller coaster without going over budget, because the real Ghostbusters did just.
Alrighty, let's take a look here.
Because,
well, already it's not great.
The real Ghostbusters did just that.
Using the same voice actor for Garfield, I believe.
Then we.
Boop, boop. Just a frame or two.
Then we have the likes of Beetlejuice, Back to the Future, Godzilla, the one without Godzooky, Clone Wars, and even a Free Willy cartoon, if you can believe it. Don't get me wrong, the live-action starting points for these were their own experiences and fondly remembered. The animations that followed were of their own unique interactions. What live-action starts, animation can greatly expand upon. I'm not as confident of the reverse. Even with the biggest budgets, the best acting, the most...
Okay, well, I still need to find clips, download clips, convert clips, whatever clips. Oh, but I also need to get me some din-din and take a quick breather. Because editing requires a lot of decisions, and oddly, decisions burn energy. Alrighty. So everyone, thank you for sticking with me through this editing, what would I even call this? Editing experience. Yes, that's what it is, an editing experience. And we will see if I can get this thing done before the end of the year, because boy howdy, I've been going slow. But it's something I care about, and I want to do a good job. So, to everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you, let's see here. Next week on Friday, my friends and I are going to have a Friendsgiving because schedules have been quite crazy. So I'm going to try for a Fulfillment Wednesday, Working Wednesday. Yes, that will be my plan, I think. Alrighty. So until next time, everybody, well, keep in mind what the advice I gave for Lex, that we make mistakes, but we can transform mistakes into learning. And that's far better than just feeling any self-loathing or self-recrimination. So I hope y'all continue to do well, and I will see you next time. Be safe and be well.